went and called Scott Adkins. I said, I need you to be the Scottish guy. And I went to Dave and I said, I don't have another dude. I need a Scottish dude. And he goes, dude, I got this dude, Drew McIntyre. And as soon as I interviewed him, I knew right away.
We killed a fucking doctor, too. Have you had your eyes checked?
Sounds good. Good evening. My name is Nigel Chambers. I'm from Big Go Belt Media. JJ, thank you so much for your time today. Very excited to talk about your new film, The Killer's Game, which is coming to theaters September 13th. How you doing today?
Good, my brother. How are you doing?
I am well. And I got to tell you, man, I've been so hyped to see this film and to talk to you about it ever since CinemaCon, because of all the things we saw that weekend, this was the one I say, oh, this is my type of film, and it did not disappoint. I got to ask you, JJ, it's my first time ever getting a chance to talk to you, but like your fingerprints, your resume, your contributions to cinema is truly unmatched, and truly what you've been doing from all over the years. And now you've worked with some of the biggest names on some of the biggest sets in Hollywood. You're back now for your second feature film. How does it feel now to be back in that director's seat? Now this one being yours.
You know, man, I'm super grateful. I didn't expect any of this. Like, I figured when I got out of the Army in 1990, I'd be a stuntman and I'd mess that up and I'd be back in the Army. And here we are 34 years later and directing my second film. I'm super grateful and super honored. So, you know, grateful is the answer. Grateful and super stoked, you know.
I love that for you. And I also love that Hollywood has started to now return the flowers back to the stunt folks, the folks that's putting together these elaborate sets, going out there, you know, busting their ass each and every day, giving us some of the best action that we've ever seen. What is it like that for you to now see that the flowers are now starting to be returned back to all the hard work y'all been doing for years?
Again, for me, I'm just super grateful. I didn't expect any of it. But if you look at what Jackie Chan was doing in the 70s and 80s, he kind of, Buster Keaton is another one, you know, like they started as performers. They became directors. And when you take control of the action and where the camera goes and the editing, you kind of control the way it's viewed. You know, for years as a second year director, as a stunt coordinator, I was setting up the action for someone else. But, you know, now it's like being in the driver's seat. I get to know, oh, I'll go left here. I know all the shortcuts. And, you know, like, it had big respect to Chad Stahelski, my bro, who, you know, me and Chad Stahelski and Dave Leitch all started together as stuntmen back in the day, back in the 90s. And, you know, they kind of opened the door. You know, Chad produced my first movie, Day Shift, and kind of got me. He was like, you know, he said the hardest part about directing is getting the opportunity. When you've done 160 films and 300 episodes of TV, you just got to get them to give you a shot at it, you know, and there you go.
Talk to him, brother. So listen, with this film and you know, let's just talk about some of the names here in this group. Dave Bautista, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the final boss as he like to be called, and John Cena. Like, they've proven that there is a career after pro wrestling in Hollywood, and they are doing it at the highest level. And then in this film, obviously, yes, you have Dave Bautista, but newcomer Drew McIntyre. Can you talk to me about having folks like that with a background, but yet being able to utilizing them and position them to the shine, to the stars that we know them to be?
Nice. Well, I go way back because I've worked with all those WWE superstars back
No surprise.
the Randy Macho Man Savage in the 90s as a performer. And Dave has been so generous with me. I needed went and called Scott Adkins. I said, I need you to be the Scottish guy. And I went to Dave and I said, I don't have another dude. I need a Scottish dude. And he goes, dude, I got this dude, Drew McIntyre. And as soon as I interviewed him, I knew right away. I'll tell you what makes those WWE wrestlers special. Those guys are live show performers. There's no cut and go back to one. They're right there in front of 60,000 people. And they've got to perform big because they're little bitty if you're in the nosebleeds. So they've got to go big. So performing for them is easy. Learning choreography for them is super simple. That's their day job. So having one of those guys is such an asset, or men or women, is from that background, is such an asset, because they're not only do they come prepared with ideas for their character, but when it comes to choreography, they're second to none as far as being able to retain and perform choreography.
Amazing. I think I got time for one quick question. Okay, got the cue now. Listen, thank you so much, JJ. I really could talk about this for so long. This was such an amazing film, and it was such a pleasure to talk to you. And knowing your resume, you'll be back to work with something out very soon. So we'll do it again very soon, buddy.
I appreciate you, man. Take care.
Absolutely.